And I think we're doing okay. Sorry, guys, I had to take a moment. I went downstairs to get a snack, got some grapes, and just had to, like, when I went downstairs, then Trouble went downstairs, and I had to hoard Trouble back up here. It's an entire thing when you're trying to herd cats. So even a single one can be a problem. So, all right, hold on. I'm just the slightest bit winded. I'm so sorry. Well, grapes are really good. I dare say the perfect snack food, as long as you don't eat too many. Whew. Okay. All right. Anyways, welcome, guys. Hey, everyone. Spidey Librarian here. And we're here for the fifth, and for tonight's stream at least, the final episode of the evening for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. This one is called The Unicorn Unleashed. And I have... that was an interesting one because I'm like, really? Is that even a Spider-Man villain? You know, like Marvel, it's easy for me to believe that Marvel could do a villain named the Unicorn. That's really not the problem here. But a Spider-Man villain, I'm pretty sure I would have heard of the Unicorn. So I don't know. So we'll see. There is an Iron Man character named the Unicorn. I did a little bit of research and found out, oh yeah, okay. So they are kind of reaching a little bit deep, but I assume we're going to have that lady, Mazarek, I think. I think she's the Unicorn, so she and Spider-Man are probably going to fight. So that ought to be interesting. We'll be watching that in a second. So, all right, hey Mesozoic, how you doing? I'm actually getting tired, so I'm going to finish 3 on my own and head to bed. Sorry to cut it short. Oh, how dare you? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, man, I get it. You got to do what you need to do. I get it. So have a good evening. I will see you soon. And, as long as you just come back here and watch along with me, I'll be okay. All right. All right. No, if you can't do that, it's fine too. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and continue on. And there is a lot to say about this one. So lots to discover about this one, actually. So, okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start with the kind of pre-show, reaction video portion of the recording, and then I'll just, jump us right into the episode itself. So I've got it queued up, so we are good to go. So we're going to go ahead and get started right now. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and welcome to this watch party and reaction to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. We're on episode 5. This one is called The Unicorn Unleashed. Again, the titles. I love the titles. And I really like that they're doing such a deep cut that I had a difficult time finding out what this one actually meant. So the Unicorn Unleashed is actually a tagline on, I think it's Invincible Iron Man number 154, or like Iron Man 154 from like way back when. And the unicorn is an Iron Man foe. And apparently they've got some kind of horn or laser coming out their head or something like that, I assume. I haven't read it, so I don't actually know. But it's interesting that they are using this villain and putting them against Spider-Man. Essentially, it seems like it's a fairly minor villain, so they can just kind of do this. But even so, I appreciate the kind of callback to just Marvel comics in general, and think that's a whole lot of fun. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to get here. This episode is essentially going to be the halfway point of the season. And so if they're going to do some kind of a mid-season cliffhanger, this is obviously the place to do it. I noticed with that gang from the previous episode, the driver was Mikhail Sitsevich. Now, the rhino is Alexei Sitsevich, so I'm wondering if Mikhail is a middle name, or if that's a sibling, or if they're just calling the rhino Mikhail this time. I don't know. He hasn't become the rhino yet, but I've got my eye on that one. So, because that's a Spider-Man villain right there. So, but anyways, I'm looking forward to watching this episode, and hopefully you are as well. We're going to get to it in just a moment. If you enjoy these reactions, please go ahead and thwip the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, if you enjoy these reactions, consider sharing this out to your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. Right. Whether you like or dislike this episode, let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this show. And you can find the full and unedited live stream to these reactions on my YouTube channel. Each show has its own playlist under the category Watch Party. All right, and I think that's everything. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hey, CG Anime fan, good to see you. Welcome. We're going to get started here in just a second. I'm going to put on the old headphones, and then we're going to start watching The Unicorn Unleashed. Okay. All right, let me get these guys out. We're going to watch. All right, and let me see. Okay. All right, everyone. Here we go. Okay, everyone. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Episode 5. The Unicorn Unleashed. Here we go. We know, Peter. We know you're Spider-Man. That has got to be mind-blowing. The Scorpions. And now here are the tracksuit rivals. Peter. Mina Masaryk. And then she goes... Who is Doc Ock's voice actor? That sounds familiar. Spider-Man. Does whatever a spider can. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. There we go. You can barely notice him. Take care of the habitat. Again, love the hip hop intro. Perched at the top. Need me. I know what you see. Ooh, nice. Again, I love the title cards. Love these. This voice sounds familiar. He's remarkably cheerful. He's like, I got a bag full of money right here. Okay, so he's the inventor, huh? The tinkerer, if you will. Okay, comparing himself to Da Vinci. There we go. That's the Otto that I know. Yeah, I was going to say Octavius would be multilingual. That wouldn't surprise me. That I understand. Who's his assistant? Vincent? What is that, like an intern of his or something? Who is this guy? Who is this guy, Vincent? Okay, he's definitely got someone in his corner. Okay. All right. I like that intro. Awkward. Oh boy. Well, dude at the desk. Okay, yeah. Investor meetings. Okay. Man in the chair. Come on. Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. Oh, really? Oh, that's right. He has access to these crazy cars. Wow. Yeah, that'll probably do something for his rep, right? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yes, a whole lot of thought. Wow, Nico. Ironically. Uh-huh. Hmm. I mean, yeah, but also she's probably feeling a bit neglected too. Lincoln? That coach sounds familiar too. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not going to go well. Man, this poor kid. Oh. Ow. Oh, come on. I like that Nico is nerding out about the Civil War. What? A great and powerful Oz boy. And he's not going to make it for some reason, isn't he? Oh. Oh, that's not going to go well. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is just tough to watch. uh, ooh, kitty. He's just lonely. I mean, it does look cool. Mm-hmm. They are cap nerds. I love it. Oh, God. He's been replaced by a Skrull. There's Mikhail. I've got money on him to become the Rhino. Yikes. You better. Okay. I don't think. Dang. That thing is powerful. Mm-hmm. Ha. Oh, God. Time for fun. Jailbreak. Like swing and talk. Or talk and swing, Peter. Wow. She just about shot him in the butt. Oh, here we go. She is firing quick. Yeah, you need to get in close. Uh-oh. I'm surprised she didn't punch him. No. No. He's going to stay and help. He's got his own honor code. I'm just getting started. Is that a variation of I can do this all day? And that's Gargan. Oh boy. We're about to have a rumble, aren't we? And here we go. Dang. That was a good kick she landed on him. Oh, Lonnie is, oh. Well, yikes. Oh, hey, hey, hey. No, no, no. Damn. Oh, God. She's manhandling him. Ooh. It's like, you've got my full attention now. Let's do this. She gonna blast him? Uh oh. Scorpion versus Donovan. What? Oh, probably in retrospect shouldn't have worn his letter jacket to this rumble. Oh, God. Oh, God. She's gonna crush him to death. No, you're kind of the fool here. Ooh. Oh. Uh huh. Well, that's a heck of a way to make enemies, saving their lives, you know? Yep. Knew it was going to be something. Oh, he made it. Banana peels. He made a banana joke. Ah, Harry joined him. Okay. Come on, shake his hand. Okay, all right. So, why does she want Peter all to herself then? He's got respect. I mean, nope. Tombstone. Okay. All right. All right. So I've definitely got some things to say about Nico. Um, I definitely understand the whole like I thought you were going to bail on me thing, but I kind of found her off-puttedness at Harry showing up a little bit suspect. I'm like, Peter showed up for you. You're going to the movie that you want to see. You get to hang out with him. I don't know. So okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and stop. There we go. All right. Okay. This was a nice little trio of episodes. I really enjoyed it. I think before I do the postmortem, I'm actually going to go ahead and check out the chat, see what you guys have been saying. So looks like Mesozoic. He mainly just posted to say that he has to go, which is, I get it. But CG Anime fans got a few things to say. If Norman ends up being revealed to be the secret villain, I think that this show will accomplish what I feel like the Amazing Spider-Man sequels would have done. Yeah. I mean, you could make the argument that they were trying to do the same thing. I don't know that necessarily. They definitely aren't the only one that's tried to do stuff like that, though. So I felt like Norman and the Amazing Spider-Man and its sequel were setting Norman to be the big villain operating from behind the scenes, which is what this show seemed to be excelling at. Um, so I don't remember where I read this, but apparently in if they had done a third movie, they basically would have revealed that Norman Osborn was behind like everything and that he was basically like a head in a jar, kind of like Futurama style. I don't know what I think of that. And I'm kind of glad that that never happened, but it's a direction that they could have gone. Hugh Dancy is doing Dr. Octopus's voice. Okay. Let's see. I like last week's episodes, but like this week's episodes more. I mean that as a compliment to the to episodes 3, 4, and 5 rather than an insult to the first two episodes. That's fine. If the guy ends up Rhino, I hope that he's a compelling character. Rhino tends to be one of the less interesting villains. Sometimes he can be entertaining, but he's usually not that interesting. So, I would say that he is definitely like there's strictly speaking, there's nothing wrong about what you're saying. I would say that if you get the opportunity, there's a two-part story from I think it's like I think it's during the time in Amazing Spider-Man called The Gauntlet, where there's a two-parter involving the Rhino. It's freaking heartbreaking. Like it's so good, but like oh my god, the things they do to Alexei. Like oh my god. Um Yeah, no. There have definitely been some good Rhino stories, but I definitely understand where you're coming from because you could make the argument that they are fewer and far between than like for the Green Goblin, or Mysterio, or you know, um, Doctor Octopus. Like there's Venom, Carnage. So I definitely understand where you're coming from there. What I mean is that Rhino often feels like just a big brute for Spider-Man to fight rather than a compelling multi-layered villain like Green Goblin, Doc Ock, the Lizard, and others. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the two-parter, but just type in Spider-Man, the Rhino, and then the Gauntlet, and it'll probably tell you the story. But oh my god, like have some tissues nearby because like that story is just it is trying to squeeze your heart. All right. I think that Nico could have a secret crush on Peter. In The Runaways, she did have a male love interest for a while, so I don't think it would be out of character if she liked Peter. I mean, I don't. I mean, she could have a crush on Peter, I suppose. She could be bi instead of a lesbian, which, is fine either way. But, like, I. The reason I have an issue with it is not there's nothing wrong with Nico. I think if she and Peter dated, like I'd be like, cool, let's see where that goes. But like I feel like the whole trope of the friend of the opposite sex who secretly has a crush on said friend is I don't know. I feel like it's so overdone. I see it in so much young adult literature and teen movies and stuff like that. And it's just like, come on, guys, don't do that. Like, I really like the idea of them actually being buds. Um, but if they do it, I mean, I'm not going to have any choice but to just accept it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's possible. I don't think it would be too out of character either. I just feel like it's a trope, and it's a trope that needs to like it just feels lazy, I guess. I don't know. All right, and then finally, you're really liking Lonnie Lincoln's growth to the bad side. At first, he seemed too nice to be believable as a future villain, but now I can see him being a tragic villain. Yeah, no, they're totally giving him the Doc Ock treatment. Like, and I'm gonna just say that over and over and over again. They're doing to Lonnie what they did to Doc Ock in the second Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, or in the Spider-Man video game from 2018. That's totally what it is. And I'm here for it. I'm like, yes, go ahead, give me this. I like it. I love this idea. Frankly, I think that they should do that with all of Spider-Man's villains. Like, find some way to make them likable, and then, like just make them tragic. I mean, maybe not all of them, but, quite a few of them, I think it could work, I think it could work out quite well. So, all right, I'm going to eat this grape and then we're going to do the post-mortem. Wow, I can't talk tonight. And so then we'll do the post-mortem and then we'll be done. So give me just a moment. Taking a second and also just checking some of my messages. Whoops. All right. Okay. So we are going to. All right. We're going to start on the episode post mortem. So here we go. All right. I mean, another good episode. I don't really know what else to say. I feel like these episodes are very, like, the quality, in my opinion, is high. And it's consistently, like, the standard is high. I like that we basically got Lonnie's, descent to the dark side. Like, it started with episode 3 and it ended here in episode 5. Well, maybe not ended, but it definitely has developed at this point. And I think if it shows anything about Lonnie, it's not that he's smart. It's not that he is also like a decent guy and everything, but he is a person who very much believes in trying to handle his own commitments and to really kind of make his own way and not, not be a burden on others, essentially. And you can see that because he doesn't really talk to Pearl about this when she asks him. I imagine he's not talking to anyone about it except for maybe his little brother that he bailed out. But basically, he took his brother's place in the gang, and he's just like, I got to do this now. I got to do this. He's even like seems to be giving up on football for it, and it's just like, God dang, that sucks. But as he becomes what'll probably be a career criminal, I mean, that's a work ethic that's going to benefit him in that particular vocation, I suppose is probably the best word for it. I also like Peter and Harry's kind of awkward friendship and how Harry, it turns out, is like a social media star, son of a science mogul, basically a science and business mogul. And so it's kind of nice that he is just kind of like, I don't know, like he's Peter's man in the chair. And I guess if Norman Osborn had stayed doing that for too much longer, I would have been like, okay, yeah, this guy's supposed to be like the CEO of one of the most, in-demand companies in the world. Like, he's not going to have time to do this. But so I like that. He's like, yeah, here, let Harry join Team Spider-Man. Let him help you out for a while. I think that works. And I do kind of like the bit at the end where Harry shows up for Peter's movie with Nico and everything. And I can understand that because Harry doesn't have a lot of real friends. Peter is probably one of his only real friends at this point. And Nico, of course, has her issues with him because he is rich and he is, successful and all this stuff. And Nico probably thinks that he is not a very like real individual. So it will be interesting to see how that kind of works out. But I also noticed that Nico was kind of like, dude, I was looking forward to just hanging out with, just you. Like, that she had that kind of air about her. And so it kind of makes me wonder, she maybe got a bit of a crush on Peter. And I mean, I don't have a problem with that necessarily. I guess I have a problem with the trope more than I have a problem with the ship. Like, I could ship Nico and Peter. I don't have a problem with that. But the whole, like, opposite sex friend who ends up being like, they have a secret crush on their bud and everything. It's like, I've seen this in too much young adult media. I've seen too much of it on memes and stuff. It just feels lazy at this point, and I kind of wish they would do Nico's character a little bit better, So, I like the Russian gangs. I thought the unicorn, Mila Masarev, I felt that she was like an interesting villain. Like, she was kind of psychotic, She's like, I've got this thing that makes me powerful, so I'm gonna flex, and I'm gonna, she was gonna squeeze Spider-Man to death. Like, she would have done it if Mikhail had not intervened. And so I liked that. It worked for me. I was like, ooh, this is a really kind of vicious, psychotic person that I don't know if I like them, but they're definitely a good foil. So, but I also like that Mikhail kind of sets himself up as the Rhino, and is like, yeah, no, you and me, we're even, but don't go thinking we're cool or anything. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see more of that as well. We're getting a lot of Spidey's villains in here, though. I mean, if you want to assign a villain to an alt identity, I mean, Norman is the Green Goblin, Carla Connors is the Lizard, Harry, you could also argue, is the Green Goblin as well. Mikhail is the Rhino. So far, if Whitman is anyone, he's probably either the Vulture or the Jackal, but I would hope that would be Miles Warren. If, and the Vulture is supposed to be Adrian Toomes, but Whitman looks like a frickin' buzzard, so I would be like, nah, he could be a serviceable Vulture. Otto Octavius, Doc Ock. We've had Butane, we've had Speed Demon, we've had I don't know the girl's name, and I'm probably gonna have to look that one up because I cannot remember. But like, so far, I'm definitely enjoying all the nods, all the Easter eggs. They're a lot of fun. And again, I mean, there are Easter eggs even in the titles, and I'm actually working on a video about it right now. I'll hopefully have it done in a couple of days. I probably would have had it done by now, but my house got robbed over the weekend, and that killed a lot of my momentum. So, but I've started working on it. I'm probably not going to work on it tonight because I've been doing this, but the titles have a lot of Easter eggs in them, and that's really cool. And so, I'm thinking it's, I don't know. We're at the midpoint of the season. I have definitely enjoyed what I've seen so far, and hopefully you have as well. Thank you for watching this reaction. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and thwip the like button. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, if you enjoyed this reaction, consider sharing this out to your friends, your followers, your family, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. What did you think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this show. You can find the full and unedited live stream of these reactions on my YouTube channel. Each show has its own playlist under the category Watch Party. And finally, channel memberships are now live on the Spidey Librarian YouTube channel. Check out the membership tiers and see which benefits you'd like access to. Perks include, excuse me, perks include shoutouts, members-only videos, members-only live streams, and early access to selected uploaded content. Check out the memberships today and see which perks, check out the membership tiers today and see which perks you'd like access to today. Probably need to reword that, but that's okay. All right. And I think that's everything. So, yeah. Thanks again for watching. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Okay. Let me see. Let's see. CG has also said that he likes the subtle thing about Norman getting his son's age wrong and seeming annoyed to be corrected by it. I think it's a hint to his bad side. Uh, yeah, I could see that. I think that Norman likely looks down on Harry for being a goofy social media star and wishes he was more like Peter, which, would be consistent with Norman from all the other Spider Man media. So, yeah, I could totally see that. All right, so far, CG's one complaint is that the costume villains that Spider Man has been fighting haven't been that interesting. In his opinion, thankfully, Norman makes up for it. Okay, all right. Doc Ock will likely fight Spider-Man before the season is over, so my complaint could be rendered irrelevant by then. I just say give it time. They're starting off small, and I'm here for it. I think it's good. I think it'll all be good, and I'm looking forward to more. We're going to get 3 episodes next week, and I'm really excited. One of them is called Duel with the Devil. Another one is called Scorpion Rising, and then I can't remember what episode 8 is called just at this moment, but I'm pretty sure I could find it really quickly. Give me a moment. There we go. Episode 8 is Tangled Web. So I'm looking forward to more of these. Again, we're gonna zip through this in terms of this being like a series. I mean, we're gonna 2 weeks from now we'll be watching the finale. But I've really enjoyed what we've seen so far. I'm excited that this show exists and that I get to cover it on my YouTube channel. I think it's great. So I'm looking forward to more, and hopefully you guys are as well. But I'm going to go ahead and head off for tonight. So thank you to those of you who stopped in and were watching it with me. I appreciate you very much. Take care. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye.